Hey, so the question on the screen, is there something happening for you emotionally that you haven't fully acknowledged? And that's a question that came up early in my journey. I was talking to my mentor, Miss Steph, at the time, and I said to her, I'm having chronic sinus pain on the right side of my face. It's fully blocked up. It's really hard for me to sleep at night. And she said, you know what? There might be a spiritual meaning to that. Why don't you look into that? And so I took the time to do that. And I looked up an article on Google, the spiritual meaning of sinus infections. It's in Spirituality and Health, and the author is Julie Peters. And that article takes you through a series of questions, and they're excellent questions, introspective questions. Doesn't matter if you don't have sinus infections. It's worth the time to sit and actually look. If you're fighting with something, dealing with something, these questions allow you to sit and actually go through, think through, and figure out what's happening with you. And what happened with me when I took the time to go through those questions is I realized that I need to focus on forgiveness. So what happened with me is if I heard the name of an old colleague or, the name of my prior employer, when your eyes start to roll or you twitch, you get a little glitch. It wasn't good. You don't want to have that in your heart. And when you think about people, you kind of get a little angry. And I did not want to live with that. And it's not good for me. So I had to take the time and I asked God for forgiveness. I released what it was I was holding on to, forgave them, forgave anything that happened, and time to move on. So that was key for me, going through that article, going through those questions, taking the time to look introspectively and figure out what it is I need to focus on. And my key area was forgiveness. So I suggest, or highly suggest, if you're dealing with something, fighting with something, take the time to, again, go through the spiritual meaning of sinus infections. You can Google it, Spirituality and Health. The author is Julie Peters, and help you to figure out what it is you might be fighting and ask God what the answer is for you to be able to move on.